Yes,
course,
Madam
Mom.
Kagawa.
Marvelous dedication to the sword.
At least we're out of the classroom.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggamel potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is! Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard, I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories. I'm sure you had your reasons, but breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea. Folk still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
and patrol. Like I ain't got nothing better to do.
What are you up to now?
Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the second best Slytherin.
I'll be unrivaled at the next course.
Hello, Imelda. So, another trial?
Of course it's another trial. And you'd better be taking part.
Does this mean you've changed your mind about me?
Well, you're a step up from the good-for-nothings who usually challenge me.
While they sit around and hope to be the best, I put in hours of practice. No one sets records by wishing for them, and I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
I'm ready to fly.
Finally, a decent challenge.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm getting the hang of this. Brilliant. Made it. Brilliant. Brilliant. Excellent. This is rather fun.
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. Anyway, you didn't do abysmally. I can't deny that. But you'll not have the same luck on the South Coast course.
We'll see, won't we? Till next time.
I half expected you to back down. Rest on your laurels. See you at the South Coast trial, if you don't lose your nerve. To race this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start the race and check your time.
I think it's for the best that can. Wonder if they can hear us down here.
Another successful flight. I should let Mr. Weeks know.
With a bit more practice.
Broomsticks are so out of date. I'd rather travel by Flu Network any day.
I met some of my best friends in flying. Nothing creates a bond like thinking you're all about to die.
Spintwitches is my favourite. At least I get to see all the brooms, even if I can't afford one myself.
I think Madame Kagawa's brother is a professional Quidditch player. Wish I could meet him. Imelda Reyes is always arranging broom trials. She's only trying to top her old records. Such a show.
die, and it quite appealed to me.
How many letters do you think come in and out of Hogwarts every day?
I can't imagine receiving a hammer, especially in front of the whole school during a feast.
Owls must be incredibly intelligent to deliver all those letters. I still get lost looking for our goblin.
I'd like to send owls, but I have no one to write to.
I hope to have an owl of my own one day.
Do you find yourself taking certain ways to class based on the portraits you pass? I do. Some are much better conversation than others.
Got a peek at the prefect's bathroom last year. I'd miss class for a week to soak in that tub.
I'd spend all day in the water if I could. It's always so warm and light.
Pete was in a mood the other day. Tossed me a quill right on Scribner's desk. Now I have detention for a week.
Gardens at Hogwarts are impressive. Do you think Garlic maintains them? With the help of house elves, obviously.
I was always in trouble, I was. Always something broken in the garden. Ornaments, torn up lawn.
Don't talk to me about humiliation. My broom went up like a bit of flint the other day.
Try working with a wand that's been passed down from 3 unruly sisters.
Do you think it's possible to spend time with any of the merpeople from the lake?
Sharp will be making faces behind his back. It was awful. Not to mention losing so many housemates.
I went to the lake once. Wanted to have a sing-song just by myself.
My father writes to me every week asking about classes and wondering if I've made any new friends. Dread them. Every time our owl appears in the Great Hall, I simply cringe.
Honestly, the way some of those Slytherins fawn all over Professor Black, it's embarrassing. Even he seems irritated by it. Then again, what isn't he irritated by?
I managed to conjure a hedgehog once, but it disappeared after a few minutes. Shame.
I still can't manage to transfigure a match into a needle without catching it on fire.
Professor Weasley's already preparing me to take my Transfiguration NEWT.
I was worried transfiguration would be too difficult, but it turns out I have a knack for switching spells. Mother says it's my indecisive nature.
Professor Weasley is a marvellous teacher. Never requires us to write more inches of parchment on top of the necessary.
I asked him to come to tutor me in transfiguration, but he refused. I'm a lost cause.
My mother adored Transfiguration when she was at school. I'm sure she's disappointed that I'm so terrible at it.
If I can just stop vanishing items when practicing Evanescence, I think I can get an Iron Transfiguration OWL this year.
It's impossible to do all of the homework they give you. I think they do it on purpose.
If I transfigure my Porter into a goblin one more time, I think he's going to insist he stay that way.
I asked Ronan what he'd recommend for a billywig sting, and he laughed and said, try not to be seen. And that funny or?
That reminds me, did Scribner say we could borrow the book overnight? Or that we'd get detention if we had it out overnight?
Still have a bump on my head from herbology last week. The cotton fell out of my ear during a mandrake lesson. I came to with my head in an upturned plant pot.
It all baffles me. The moonstone. Whoever came up with the moonstone potion.
I can't wait until I'm a sick leave. Then I won't have to waste my time with herbology anymore. I'll miss Professor Garlic.
I did tell you not to put too much dragon oil on the fruit snacks evenings.
I took my copy of 1000 Magical Herbs and Fungi in Herbology and I left it in the green box by the mandrake seedlings. Sharp was horrified I didn't have it in his class. Said I need to get my priorities straight.
Almost fainted trying to harness the puppy.
This looks intriguing.
Oh, how I love good.
Excuse me, madam. I thought I heard you say something.
Yes, indeed. Talking to myself again. I find myself to be quite the engaging conversationalist since my husband passed. Madam Althea Twiddle, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Madam Twiddle.
You know, you might be interested in this. You young people love this sort of thing. My husband often ruminated on the mysterious statue just outside our hamlet. Some sort of archaic puzzle involving vases, he would insist. I stumbled upon it today when I had a burst of energy and extended my morning constitutional a bit longer than usual.
An archaic puzzle. Sounds fascinating.
You see, I suspected you'd be interested, and wait till I tell you about the rumours surrounding this particular puzzle. My husband Greville insisted that solving the puzzle would reveal a magical challenge of sorts. The man was intrigued by everything. He was about to try and solve it himself when... Perhaps you could take a look. I'd be rather interested to hear what, if anything, you find.
Where can I find this statue?
It's not far from Irondale. It's down by the shore, near those old ruins. You can't miss it.
If I happen to see it, I'll have a look.
Ah, the spirit of youth. I do hope you'll be able to solve the puzzle. If not for me, then in Greville's memory.
I should look into the statue Madam Twiddle mentioned. Pardon me, sir.
Come to stare at the fool, have you? There's poor Ig Haggerty, robbed by his own sister. She's robbed almost everyone now. So, who's the fool?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Then you're the only one who doesn't know about Catherine running off with that thief, Victor Rookwood and his lot. Good riddance, I said. Never thought she'd return to steal from me. Us. But I just know it was her. I want her caught and sent to Azkaban for stealing a prize family heirloom. Sister or no.
Are you sure Catherine is the culprit? It could be anyone.
Thanks to that Rookwood louse, we're inundated with all manner of criminal. I wanted to believe it was any one of them, except Catherine. But she was the only one who knew where the heirloom was hidden, and she knew precisely which homes to rob.
Why would Catherine come back to rob the hamlet if she'd already left?
Do I look like a criminal to you? How should I know? She always despised this place, resented having to grow up here. Perhaps she did it to spite us.
What exactly was the family heirloom that the thief stole?
A necklace. Belonged to the first of the Haggerty women. Hundreds of years old. So much history. She'll likely pawn it.
I could keep an eye out for the thief, sir.
You? Ugh. Nothing to be done by the likes of us. This is a job for the fine officer Singer, or some such authority. Besides, the thief, my sister, only strikes at night. Coward. Long past your bedtime.
I should be going now. Thank you.
I'll keep an eye on your belongings if I were you. Catherine will steal the eyebrows off your face, she will.
I ought to look into this thievery business for Mr. Haggerty once night falls. Could it be a Merlin trial? Confringo! Looked rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. Protego!
Pushing a plow is good comic work.
Protego! Confringo! Wonder if I'm safe from... Confringo! This looks like the statue Madame Twiddle mentioned. Why are there so many vases around here? I suppose I should try to find all the vases. I think there should only be a few more vases. Nearly finished. One more vase. That's it. I should tell Madame Twiddle about what happened. Accio. Descendo. Defender. Confringo.